Hi, welcome back to Project Live Awake. My name is Jana Nixa, and this channel is all about mastering your mindset, raising your vibe so that you can wake up to all that you truly are. Today's topic is more around stress, worry, and how to stop it dead in its tracks. So stick around. Okay, so I have to be completely honest with you guys. Those of you that don't know my background, the first time I heard of the emotional freedom technique, otherwise known as tapping, and actually saw it in action, I was a little bit freaked. Just because it looks really weird and I have more of that classical science mind, and I just wasn't very sure that something that simple would work. You know, we humans tend to overcomplicate things so much when so much of the time something super simple is really, really effective. I actually learned this technique from Jack Canfield. And again, when I learned, I thought there's no way this could work, but I've been doing it on all sorts of situations, things you wouldn't even believe, from family situations to job, work, stress, all of the above. And it's really interesting how well it works. In fact, he says it works about 96% of the time. So just to give you a little idea of, it's not just a bunch of woo-woo, as some would say. It actually is rooted in science. It's dealing with your acupressure points, and the ones that we're going to be tapping on, there's actually 9 different ones, and I'll go through each of them with you. But the idea is this: we're in this state, we're in this emotional state. There are certain chemicals now, certain neurons have fired, there's things going on in our brain, there's now chemicals being produced to create this stress emotion that we're feeling. And by tapping on these points, when your mind is in that state, what it does is it tells your brain to release and that it's okay. It basically just releases that pressure. And so what's beautiful about it is you can, unlike maybe some of the other things we talk about, like meditation or visualization, or just, cultivating that awareness when you're in these states, all of that is amazing, but sometimes that takes time, right, to kind of build up that muscle. Whereas this, you guys, works immediately. The only thing you actually have to do is remember to do it. So here's really just kind of the nuts and bolts of it. There's 9 different points we're going to tap on, okay? And you're going to start right here with this fleshy part of like your karate chop, part of your hand, and you're going to start with a setup statement. And the setup statement is basically, even though I'm feeling what I'm feeling, even though I'm feeling blank, I still love and accept myself. And so that's just telling your brain that even though I'm feeling this right now, I'm okay with it. So much of the reason that we get in trouble with our emotions and how we're feeling is we fight them. So if we can just tell our brain, hey, I recognize that I'm feeling this way in this moment and I'm okay with it, it's such a huge way to really just set the tone and tell your brain, not only am I okay with it now, I'm going to actually feel it and I'm going to vent about it, and I'm going to tap on these points. So are you ready to get started? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. The first thing you really want to do before you begin tapping is you're going to basically rate how you're feeling stress-wise or whatever the issue is on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being not so much, 10 being full-blown, okay? So go ahead and rate whatever you're feeling in this moment. So I'll just say for me it's an 8 out of 10, whatever it is. And then you do begin to use that setup statement, and you start with the karate chop point. And then once you say, even though I feel stressed out, I love and accept myself. And then you move to the first point and you just begin to vent. And it's right here on that part of your eyebrow bone. And you just start to vent about what you're feeling, okay? So I'm so stressed out. because I have so much going on. And then you move to the temple, or right, really where that bone, you just kind of follow that bone down right here, not quite at your temple. And you tap on this pressure point and just keep venting. I'm just so stressed because I never have enough time. And then you move down to the other part of the bone, right down here. Oh, I'm so tired of being stressed. And then right under your nose here. Oh, stress has just gotten me. It's my work. I just can't handle it all. And then you move right down here to under your lip and chin, or right on your chin here in between. The stress of work is just too overwhelming. And then you're going to go and you're just going to take your full hand, just kind of like where a men's bow tie would be. And just, stress is just so overwhelming. And then about a hand's length under your arm. So kind of down. For moms, that would be where your bra strap is. And just, stress is so overwhelming. And then the top of your head. I just wish work could be more fun. And then we go again. And you just continue to vent. Work. I wish I didn't have to do something that I don't like doing. What else could I do? I just don't feel like there's enough hours in a day. The stress is killing me. I just need to let go. It's going to be okay. Everybody feels stress from time to time. You know you have better days. That's not always like this. You've been here before. And this too shall pass. I can handle this. I really do mostly love what I do. We all have these moments. It's going to be okay. So that was just 3 rounds. But what you'll find is as you're talking your way through this, just like what naturally happened for me, I didn't, plan any of that. But as you're tapping on these points and you're venting, you start to release that pressure, right? That emotional charge. And then next thing you know, you're actually coaching yourself because you've told your brain now it's okay to feel these feelings and I'm going to release it. And then next thing you know, because you're just kind of talking without thinking, things start to just flow. Like, it's not as it's okay. And you really do seem to start coaching yourself through it. Now, I would say do it at least 5 times and then see how you're feeling on that scale. So, I said I started at an 8. Let's say I just dropped to like a 5. Then I'd probably do it a few more rounds until maybe I'm like a 2 or a 3. So it shouldn't take that long, no more than 5 minutes. But the key is to identify where you are and do the setup statement. Don't forget about the setup statement. And like I said, that is just your way of accepting where you are, which is super important. We talk about this all the time. Even though I feel whatever it is blank, I love and accept myself. And you can say that. I would say that at least 2 or 3 times at the beginning. And then, do the tapping through 3 to 5, 7, however many times it takes, so that whatever you're feeling gets you down to like a 2 or a 3. And that's it. And I know it seems so weird, and I've even done it in the car. And I'm sure people are like, what is this lady doing? But, we have a lot of time in our car. I do sometimes. And that's when things come up. And so I've found myself doing it in my car a lot. But I would encourage you to remember this when you get in that state and try it. Don't knock it until you try it. I know it looks weird. It looks different. It's not like some of the other things, but what's so beautiful about it is it will work for you. 96% of the people it works for on the first try. So with that, as always, I want to hear from you guys, your comments. Let me know how it's working for you if you have any questions. And don't forget to subscribe if you like this video. And please join us for our live meditations every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I cannot wait to see you there. Thank you all so much for watching, and keep shining your light.